Hey, what's up YouTube? Houston here. Look, if you are in a financial bind and you have really bad credit, okay, and you know that your bank or credit union is not willing to work with you to give you a small personal loan up to $5,000, well, this video, I'm going to break down some of the most qualified lenders for you to possibly approach. And it's no hard pull on your credit, okay? But they have a higher chance of getting you approved. Now, understand about these lenders, they are very high interest rate lenders, all right? But I'm gonna tell you something that one of my clients did that changed the game for him. So just stick with me. But here's the thing about it, all right? With your traditional lenders, if you have bad credit and you have a DTI of 55 or higher, most of your regular banks and credit unions don't want to work with you. All right. Now, in terms of the lenders that I'm talking about, like I said, you're looking at double digit, triple digit interest rates. But if you need the money and you know that it's going to satisfy you for a shorter period of time for you to get over that hump, then definitely you should look at these lenders. That being said, these lenders don't do a hard credit check, all right? And for most of these lenders, you probably can get approved for your loan within a 30-minute time frame. They're saying that within 30 minutes they should be able to get you approved, all right? That being said, some of the things that I would definitely tell you to do, because a lot of lenders say they don't do a hard credit check, that may be true. They don't do a hard credit check or they don't do a credit check, but they have other databases they choose to use in order to make sure that you're a right candidate for them. Now, that being said, you definitely want to unlock your LexisNexis, all right, as well as Clarity, which is owned by Experian. Then you want to unlock your DataX, which is owned by Equifax. You have your Factor Trust, which is owned by TransUnion. And then you also have ARS. Now, again, because you have bad credit, these systems, they're going to use these third-party systems to see what's going on. All right. That being said, I was mentioning about debt-to-income ratio. Your DTI doesn't matter here. All right. Like I said, with there are alternative lenders that would deal with you up to 75% DTI, debt to income ratio. But with these here lenders, it doesn't matter. Okay, your debt to income ratio doesn't matter. All right, just as long as you meet some of these other criterias, and those criterias are making sure that you have an active bank account, making sure that you have an active phone number, making sure that you have an active email, okay? So those are the top three for these lenders that they're looking at, so as well as, you know, being able to prove, because some of them don't even want you to show proof you have income, stated income, they'll work with you, all right? That being said, here's what happened. I was telling you about one of my clients. I was looking at his credit file, and he had a lot of small open revolving balances, all right? And so granted, even though they were small balances, because it pushed up his DTI, it was hard for him to get loans. So he went to one of these lenders and he managed to get close to $5,000, and he used this loan to pay down those small balances, okay? So by him paying down those small balances, his debt to income ratio went down, his credit score went back up, so he was able to get larger lines of credit through his traditional lenders, okay, and pay off the other loan. So that's the reason I'm telling you guys, if you're financially stricken and you need to the money, if you have a situation like this, that's what I would do. All right. Some people are using the money. You may decide you want to start a business. Some people may use the money to buy some trade lines to add to their credit profile. And one of the things about it for is like income, you can be working commission. All right. You can be on welfare. You can be on Social Security. You can be on retirement. So all of those criterias fit this here for these here companies. All right, so the first company I'm gonna tell you about, and some of you all may have heard of them, but just keep in mind that the interest rates are very high. Okay, so they're taking a chance on you, so just keep that in mind. Okay, now creditor we're talking about is Uprova. Now what they would do, like some of these other creditors, they won't report your loans to the credit bureaus. Uprova will report your payment history to the credit bureaus, and their loans go from anywhere from $300 up to $5,000. So if you're looking for a loan that will report your payments and stuff like that, this may be one of them. And also keep in mind that if I haven't said this, that some of these lenders, they don't work in all 50 states. All right, so you'll have to go through the different lenders to see which one fits your situation. But again, there's no hard pull on your credit file, so that way you can see who's willing to work with you. So Uprova is the first one. Then you have Opportune. Now Opportune, you have to be making a minimum of at least $500 a month. All right, and so their loans go anywhere from $300 up to $6,000 first time you borrow, then you pay the loan back, and then you can borrow from $6,000 up to $10,000. So the first $300 up to $6,000, that's your test to see actually, are you willing, whatever amount they give you, are you willing to pay it back and pay it back on time? Now also the good thing about some of these lenders, they're not charging you a prepayment penalty to pay the loan back earlier as well. So that's a good thing to know about them. You also have credit loans. Now with credit loans, they don't do income verification. Credit loans do offer loans higher than $5,000, but if you have bad credit, the maximum they are willing to go to is up to $5,000. Okay, so that's very important. Again, like I said, this is for people with low income, bad credit, high debt to income ratio type of lenders, that these lenders are willing to work with you. All right, the next one is Cash USA. Now Cash USA is not even about the credit. It's all about how long you've been on your job, how long you've been at your place of residence. So they use different data points. Okay, so which is very good, because some people may have terrible credit, but they've been on a job for years. They've been at their resident for years. They've been paying their rent and stuff like that on time. That's a good example of why I tell you guys is to make sure you're getting your rent reported on your credit file, because that also helps them to prove that, hey, I have a good consistency of paying my bills and stuff on time. I'm just not making enough money, or I ran into a situation, my car broke down, I need money right now to get it fixed. You know, so understanding why you need the money, right? So Cash USA, again, monthly income, their loans go from $500 up to $10,000. All right, $500 up to $10,000. So just keep that in mind. Then you also have, many of you have heard of Money Mutual. Now with Money Mutual, up to $5,000, but you have to be at least making about $800 a month. Okay, and so again, this is a lot of lenders that know that, hey, these are people that for one situation or another that's having trouble, and maybe we can do something to help them. All right, so there's two other lenders. You have Lend You, they loan up to $5,000, and then you have also Indie Loans. Now, the thing I'm gonna tell you guys again, one of the best things that I seen, like I said, a guy, he was in this very bad situation. He took the money and he paid down his revolving debt, and that pushed up his credit score and dropped his DTI, and he went and borrowed more money from his traditional lenders. So that is a thought. So if you have any questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, click the link in the description and schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you. Hey, what's up guys? Houston here. Let me ask you, Are you tired of missing out on opportunities because you have lack of funding or because you have bad credit? Are you tired of being told no after you submitted an application and they never told you exactly why you was denied? Have you ever went to the bank with a perfect credit score and applied for a loan or a credit card and they came back and said no, and then the banker looked at you and said, well, I don't know what to tell you? Well, if that's your problem, I want to help you. We offer one-on-one consultations, okay? And those consultations are directly with me, Houston Mcmiller. Now, here's the thing about it. Most people, when they're trying to get funding, usually it's always in a crunch, okay? Meaning that they're either trying to grow their business or they're just starting out the business. And the thing about it is understanding what financial institutions should you start with. Now, what I do, I put together a tailor-made custom game plan that's very simple to follow so that you would know where to start and where to end when it comes to funding. All right. Now, all I ask you to do is schedule a one-on-one consultation with me. Give me 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour, whichever you feel is necessary for you. But let me help you understand how to get the funding you need, whether it's on the business side or personal side. Okay. Look, I've been in this industry over 20 years. And one of the biggest challenges for most people is in terms of understanding I have a business, I have revenue, but I have terrible credit. Or I have great credit, but my debt to income ratio is so high that banks don't want to touch me. So I need to show you, or I would like to show you, where to start at in terms of funding. Who may be willing to open up the doors to help you get the funding you need to whether you want to grow personally or on the business side. Now, if you're one of those ones that really needs my help, I would encourage you to schedule a 15-minute, 30-minute, or 1-hour call. Now, please understand, most people that schedule a 15-minute call, usually what ends up happening is they just have a very few quick financial questions. But when you start scheduling a 30-minute call, what ends up happening is you starting to give me more details about your financial situation, whether it's on the personal side or on the business side. And then I can actually customize something for you to start with, to work with. One of the hardest things for people to understand is you go to the banks or you apply for a loan. Now you have this hard inquiry. Now you have to challenge this hard inquiry with the credit bureaus when it may not have even been necessary. All right. So I want to use my database to help you get the funding, whether it's on the personal side or business side, for you. All right. Now, again, all I ask by you clicking the link on this here page to schedule your 15-minute, 30-minute, or 1-hour consultation. And you'll be speaking directly with me. So I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.